welcome back. We're on page 212, the chapter summary. And let's just kind of go through it and make sure we covered everything we're supposed to cover. So during data and process modeling, a system analysis develops graphical models to show how the system transforms data. Yeah, that sounds right. The end product of all this is a logical model that will support the business operations and suit the user's needs. Okay? Data and process modeling involves three main tools: data flow diagrams, data dictionary, and process descriptions. Data flow diagrams, those graphically show the movement of data as it transitions through the system. They have 4 symbols, so it's not all that complex. And a set of DFDs like a pyramid with a contextual diagram, label 0, then perhaps layers underneath. Data dictionary is a central documentation tool that ties all these things together. Each functional primitive, if you recall, a functional primitive is far low in detail as I can get without getting into the weeds, and that is, of course, a little subjective. And it's documented using either structured English, decision tables, or decision trees, some way you document this. And that the structured analysis tools can be used to develop logical modeling during one of this system analysis phase, and physical modeling during the design phase. So you're putting these tools together that you're going to use to document the system, and then later on you're going to use that as a blueprint for putting the whole thing together. Okay, I'm going to pop out to good old Visio, and we're going to take a peek at how you do one of these things. So again, if you don't have Visio or have a different version of Visio, things are going to be a little different. When I bring up my Visio, I have an awful lot of choices for these templates, as they call them. There's actually an entire template for doing software and database kinds of things. So I'm going to click that. And then it has some choices on what kind of thing. And there's the one we want is the data flow model. So I click this, and it brings me to a blank Visio page, and with the gain and stars and symbols. Now, I'll admit the symbols here aren't exactly the same as in the book, but hey, come on, they're close enough. And it's pretty straightforward. And you grab a process, you drop it on the thing. Perhaps I have an external user interface is what they call it here, but an external entity. And perhaps I have a data store over here, and I can connect things together. And that's basically an easy way to put together one of these little diagrams. So it's not complicated. The whole idea, if you recall, is you would probably have they already marked this one, the top process, and you would just create another page and just keep going with page 2, page 3, and maybe zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and so you end up with a Visio file, which becomes essentially your record of the logical model of the thing. Pretty cool. Okay, this is the end of the chapter. And we'll see you guys again for Chapter 6.